Alright, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of Everyday Hoops. Hope you guys are having a good one. Today, we are recapping the two game fives from yesterday. Two potential elimination games, but no eliminations happened. Two teams on the ropes fought back and lived to play another game. Thank you guys for the views on the videos and the shorts recently. Really appreciate it. If you like the content, consider subscribing, like, turn notifications, also like that. Really appreciate it. Really helps a lot. If you know someone, likes basketball, send them over the channel, help me out. I really appreciate it. But I don't want to waste any more of your time, so let's get right into it. First game of last night, Heat Knicks, game 5, back in New York. Heat one win away from reaching the conference finals for the second straight year. And this looked like it was going to be a Heat blowout early. I mean, the Knicks came out with no energy, no aggression. Jalen Brunson was really taking shots. Randall hit his first shot, but then he got hit in the eye. They couldn't really find anything. The shooters were hitting. The Heat were getting on it defensively. And it was 24-14 at the end of the first quarter. Everyone was like, oh, even I tweeted out, I was like, yeah, Knicks already look like they want to go home. Because it's like, by the way, Twitter at Everyday Hoops 10 in the description. Yeah, I was like, they want to go home already. They do not want to play this game. But then all of a sudden, the second quarter comes out. I don't know what happened in the huddle or what happened. But all of a sudden, they came out with energy. Obi Toppin came out, got an alley oop dunk. Jalen Brunson was hitting shots. Quentin Grimes was hitting threes. I think they hit their first 7 shots of the second quarter, and all of a sudden, we had a game. But the Heat, didn't back down. Of course, Bam was doing solid. Gabe Vincent was playing solid minutes as well. The Knicks led 50-47 at the end of the half after Julius Randle hit a step back three at the end of the second quarter. The Knicks outscored the Heat 36-23 in the second quarter. Then we go to the third quarter, and the Knicks' energy just keeps up. Their pace really fastened. They really started to go a lot faster. Started to make a lot more easy plays by going faster. They kind of catching the Heat off guard. And the Knicks led by as many as 19 in that quarter. Jalen Brunson was on fire. Randall started hitting shots again. And the Knicks just looked great. The Heat just kind of looked a little off. They didn't really expect the Knicks come out with this type of energy. Jimmy Butler wasn't really taking shots. Guys that gave in to Kevin Love weren't really contributing. And the Knicks outscored the Heat 34-27 at the end of the third. They go into the fourth with a 10-point lead, but the Heat, they got winners on their team. Kyle Lowry was making big plays, trying to force a comeback. Duncan Robinson was big in this game too, hitting threes. But for the Knicks, every time the Heat would cut it to 4, Jalen Brunson was on fire, hitting threes, being aggressive, getting to the rim, all stuff like that. Last few minutes, Jimmy Butler tried to take over, but it wasn't really a playoff Jimmy type of game. He was trying to get to the rim. The Heat were kind of doing what the Knicks were kind of doing what the Heat were doing defensively. Every time Jimmy Butler got the ball, they were sending 2 people at him, and they're like, all right, Duncan Robinson, all right, Caleb Martin, beat us. Hit those threes. And they were hitting a few, but the Knicks got a comfortable lead, and they were comfortable with the other guys shooting threes. And the Knicks ultimately ended up winning 112-103, staying alive, forcing a game 6. The Knicks shoot 49% of the field. They also hit 13 threes. Both teams hit the same amount of threes. It's just the Heat took 9 more, but they made the same amount. The Knicks also had a lot of turnovers, though, in this game. The Heat also forced 18 Knicks turnovers. They had 4 more assists. But the rebounding. One big thing was the rebounding and the hustle and the 50-50 balls the Knicks were losing. The Knicks on rebounding the Heat 50-34 today with 14 offensive boards. Jalen Brunson, another amazing game, played all 48 minutes and had 38, 9, and 7. Just an amazing game from him. I mean, when you're back against the wall, playing all 48 and putting up that type of game is just, it's awesome. It's amazing. It's like, that sets a message, to your team, to everybody else. Quentin Grimes also played all 48 minutes. He also had that crazy play where he kind of banged knees with Bam Adebayo's knee was hurt. Then he got up and got the steal and picked Jimmy's pocket. That was a big one. RJ had a solid game as well, 26, 7, and 2. Juice Randle, 24, 5, and 5. Mitchell Robinson had 11 boards in this game. The bench didn't really contribute a whole lot, which is rare. Josh Hart only played 9 minutes because he was in foul trouble. Obi Toppin played 12 minutes. He had that one dunk, but after that, didn't really do much. Isaiah Hartenstein was decent. But it was just Jalen Brunson, RJ, and Julius. Those two put the team on the back. Mitchell Robinson, Quentin Grimes had some good plays as well. The Knicks came out, hit some threes, played with energy, and that's how they won this game. For Miami, Jimmy, 19, 7, and 9. Only took 12 shots in this game. It's very interesting. Very rare to see Jimmy, especially during this playoff run, only take 12 shots. He needs to be a lot more aggressive. It felt like late in this game. Bam had a solid game, 18 and 8, shot 7 for 11. Max Juice had 14, shot 4 for 10. Doug Robinson had a good game off the bench, 17 points. He hit 5 threes off the bench. Caleb Martin was solid. But yeah, Gabe Vincent was in foul trouble basically the whole game. He had 6 points, shot 3 for 10. Kevin Love was 2 for 10. He only played 16 minutes. Kyle Irish trying off the bench. But he just weren't really hitting shots late in this game. When they got back into it, and then they just kind of folded. They were fouling a lot. Look at the free throw line. The Knicks shot 40 free throws in this game, while he only shot 19. That was a big thing. They were kept fouling, and Jimmy Butler wasn't really trying to take over the game like usually each playoff Jimmy does. But now they go back to Miami. This is the big thing too for both of these teams, honestly. That they kind of they have a cushion, up 3-1. For Miami's sake, they're going back to both teams' sake. They're going back to the home team for Miami. They're going back to New York, and of course they want to win this game. Obviously, I mean, who comes in the game being like, we can lose? But they kind of are like in a situation where it's like, even if we do lose this game, it's not the end of the world because now we're going back home. So like, of course, maybe the Knicks do have a little bit of momentum now going into that game, but the Heat obviously want to win. But they're kind of like, you know what, we could kind of afford to maybe not come out fully 110% ready to play because even if we do lose this game, we're still up 3-2 going back home. So it's like, whatever. And the Knicks came out and kept their season alive. That's what the goal was. Shout out to them. And then the next game, Warriors, Lakers. Game 6, Warriors on the ropes, back at home. The Warriors came out this one hot. Draymond Green. This was the Draymond Green game, honestly. Like, Draymond was playing super aggressive, looking for a shot early, made a three-pointer. The first one of a series to start the game, and it was like, oh, shoot. Warriors came out aggressive. He was pushing the pace, find everybody. Gary Payton second start again, hitting a couple shots. And the Warriors got off to a really, really good start. But the Lakers, reeled it back in. Austin Reeves starting to find his shot. AD was getting his. It was only a 4-point game at the end of the first quarter. We go to the second. It's very high scoring second quarter. LeBron, D'Lo doing their thing. But for the Warriors, Andrew Wiggins had a big game as well. Steph Curry was doing his thing. And the Warriors kind of at the end of the second quarter, after it was a 54 tie, going a run, going a 16-5 run to end the first half and lead by 11 after Curry hit that nice three-pointer at the end of the first half. Outscored him 38-31. We go to the third. It's kind of the same as it's been through the entire game. Gary Payton the second. Steph Curry, Wiggins had a big third quarter. But the Lakers are trying to keep in it. LeBron is trying. D'Lo, Austin Reeves trying to hit shots. And the Lakers are trying. It was just every time they got down to like 11 or 9, the Warriors would just get back-to-back easy layups or back-to-back jumpers. And it would just like take the heart out of the team. Also, in the fourth quarter, Anthony Davis got hit in the eye by Kevon Looney and was out for the rest of the game. Actually had to exit in a wheelchair, and then was saw walking out of the arena. Early reports, he avoided a concussion, and he's probably going to play Game 6, barring any setbacks. But the Warriors end up winning this game 121 to 106. The Warriors shoot 51% from the field, hit 13 threes. The Lakers shoot 48%, hit 10 threes. The free throws disparity, which is a big thing. Lakers, when they take a lot of free throws, they win games. Free throws disparity, both teams shot 15 free throws. The Warriors had 5 more assists. They also rebounded the Lakers by 10. Steph, 27, 3 and 8, shot 12 for 24. 3-point shot has not been hitting as often, but he's been doing all other things like playmaking, playing defense and stuff. Andrew Wiggins had a big game, 25, 7 and 5, shot 10 for 18. Draymond, 20 and 10. When was the last time Draymond had a 20-10 game? Gary Payton, ever since he got put in the starting lineup the last 2 games, he's been really good. He had 13 and 6, hit another 3-pointer today. Jordan Poole had 11 off the bench, even though he shot 5 for 14 and 1 for 6 and 3. At least he's trying to score. And then Clay, 10 points, shot 3 for 12, but they didn't really need him today because the Warriors are playing with pace, playing with energy. The turnover battle was the same. Both teams have 14 turnovers. Warriors are playing great, and Draymond and Andrew Wiggins are kind of the big keys. Someone to step up besides Steph Curry, and Wiggins and Draymond really responded to the task. After Draymond said he's been very disappointed how he's been playing, they really stepped up, and it's a big win for the Warriors at home. Now going back to LA. The Lakers, LeBron, 25, 9 and 3, shot 9 for 17. Anthony Davis at 23 and 9 before exiting the game. Austin Reeves starting to find a shot, 15, 7 and 5, shot 5 for 12. D'Lo had 15. He was trying at the end of the game. Dennis Schroeder had 14. Yeah, didn't really get much help from anyone else. Jared Vanderbilt has become kind of like a starter, but that's it. Jared Vanderbilt only played 11 minutes today. Defensively, he's good, but then on offensive, he's not really giving you much on the offensive end. So, and rebounding, he only had one rebound in this game. So very tough for him to play a lot of minutes. Lonnie Walker played a lot of minutes. Didn't really do much in his minutes, and Rui Hachimura also didn't do that much in his minutes. But now the Lakers kind of the same as the Heat. They're kind of felt like going into this game. I kind of knew how this was gonna go. Lakers are gonna come out and try, but as soon as the Warriors start to go on a run, Lakers are like, you know what, we're good. Like the Lakers took their starters out with like 3 minutes left, and it was still like a 10, 11 point game because they were just kind of like, you know what, we're up 3-1. They win this game at home, we're going back to LA either way. So even if we do lose this game, we got another chance back at home. Yeah, they're bad on the road. So that's what it was, kind of for both games. A little bit disappointing, but it's whatever. At least sometimes the Heat game was solid. This game a little bit boring, but still the Warriors fought back and live another day. Now we're going to Game 6 back in LA. Lakers need to come with energy though. Lakers can't just be like, we're up 3-2, it's whatever. Lakers need to come out and try to like put this team away because this Warrior team, they're not gonna back down. They're gonna come out Game 6 with the same energy they did in this game. They're a veteran team, and Lakers got to come with it. Lakers got to come with it. Hopefully, AD is fully 100% okay for Game 6. We don't know what really happened or what really is the injury, but I expect him to play, and hopefully he has a good game, and hopefully we get a good Game 6 in this series. But yeah, that's it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed once again. If you enjoyed the content, consider subscribing, like, turn notifications, do stuff like that. I really appreciate it. We have a lot. We got 2 elimination Game 6s again tonight. The Sixers, Celtics, Nuggets, Suns. I am super, super excited to watch these 2 games because these 2 I think are going to be some really, really good ones. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow.